All right, so Unit 1, Day 2 is going to talk about order of operations. Now, order of operations is a great way to get a sense of how arithmetic is performed. We use this mnemonic, PEMDAS or PEMDAS, to help us work our way through expressions. So, first thing, we have P for parentheses. If you see parentheses, you're going to handle that first, then exponents, then multiplication or division, and then addition or subtraction. So here are some notes that you need to be aware of. Absolute value and radicals fall into the parentheses and grouping symbols category. If multiple grouping symbols are present, work your way inside out. The second thing is multiplication and division must be done at the same time, working left to right, or whichever operation comes first. So let me write PEMDAS, so please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So when you get into the territory of multiplication or division, it is whatever operation appears first. So if multiplication appears on the left, that is what you handle before you get into division. Or if division appears on the left, then that is what you're going to handle, and then you're going to proceed to multiplication, okay? So that is what it means for the second note that you see here. And then the third thing is that addition and subtraction must be done at the same time, working left to right, or whichever operation comes first. So that's the same idea with multiplication and division, but with addition or subtraction, if addition appears on the left, that is what you're going to handle, and then you're going to proceed to subtraction. If subtraction appears on the left, that is what you're going to handle, and then you proceed to addition. All right, so let's work with number 1. We have 4 plus 3 times the sum of 2 plus 3 quantity squared. The first thing that we have to do is handle the parentheses. So I see 2 plus 3. So let's rewrite this as 4 plus 3 times 5 quantity squared. And then I'm going to do exponents next. So I have 4 plus 3 times 25. So now I can go ahead and multiply, because that's the next step that I have to do. So it's 4 plus 75, and then I'm going to add these two numbers, so I have 79. All right, so number 2, we have 150 divided by 5 times 3 minus 8 plus 10. Do we have any parentheses? No. Do we have exponents? No. But I do see multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So we're going to go ahead and work on those. So the first thing that I see is the division sign before the multiplication, right? It's always whatever comes first. So if multiplication comes first, or if it appears on the left, that's what you're going to handle. But if division appears on the left, that's what you're going to work before you get into multiplication. So here I can see that we have 150 divided by 5. 150 divided by 5 is 30. So I write 30. Then I'm going to rewrite. So 30 times 3 minus 8 plus 10. Then we're going to go ahead and get into the territory of multiplication. We have 30 times 3, so that's 90 minus 8 plus 10. And then we have 90 minus 8. The subtraction sign appears first before addition. That is what you're going to handle. So we are going to get 82 for that one. So 82 plus 10. And then we're going to add. So that is going to give us 92. Number 3, we have 3 cubed plus 4 times the quantity of 13 minus 9 plus 15. So we're going to handle the parentheses first. So that 13 minus 9 is 4. So it's going to be 3 cubed plus 4 times 4 plus 15. And then we see exponents here. We have 3 cubed. Now, 3 cubed is the same thing as saying 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 times 3. Well, we know that this is 9 times 3. That's 27. So 3 cubed is 27. So 27 plus 4 times 4 plus 15. Then we're going to go ahead and multiply, because that's the next step. So we have 27 plus 16 plus 15. Now, we're going to go ahead and do the addition. So we have 27 plus 16. That is 43 plus 15. And then I'm going to add these two numbers now, and we're going to get 58 as our answer. Number 4, we have 70 divided by 7 times 5 minus 13 plus 2. So we see division before multiplication. So I'm going to handle the division. 70 divided by 7, that's 10, times 5 minus 13 plus 2. Then we're going to multiply the two numbers. 10 times 5 is 50, so 50 minus 13 plus 2. And 50 minus 13 is 37. So 37 plus 2. Now I'm going to add, and therefore I get 39 as my answer. Alright, so number 5, we have 24 times 6 divided by 2 times 3 divided by 6. So I see multiplication appears before division. So I can go ahead and multiply 24 times 6. 24 times 6 is 144. Divided by 2 times 3 divided by 6. And then I'm going to divide these two numbers. 144 divided by 2 is 72. Times 3 divided by 6. And then I'm going to go ahead and multiply 72 times 3. So 72 times 3 is 216. Divided by 6. So now I can go ahead and perform my last step, which is to divide these two numbers, and that is going to give me 36. Now, what I want you to understand from this is that when it comes to multiplication or division, it's whatever appears first. So that's why I am handling the operation that appears on the left in terms of multiplication and division. Alright, so number 6, we have 34 minus 6 times the quantity of 2 plus 1 all over 7 minus 4 plus 1. We're going to be doing order of operations up top and then order of operations down below. So you're going to be doing order of operations twice. So let's take a look at number 6 here. I'm going to handle the top stuff first. So let's write equals. So I see we have parentheses here, so I can go ahead and handle that. So it's going to be 34 minus 6 times 3 all over 7 minus 4 plus 1. And then we can see that we have multiplication next, right? So I'm not going to say 6 times 3. I'm going to say negative 6 times 3. It's the same thing. So I have 34, and then what's negative 6 times 3? Negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. So you can say 34 minus 18 all over 7 minus 4 plus 1. And then we can perform our final step up top, 34 minus 18. That is 16 all over 7 minus 4 plus 1. Now, I can't do anything else up top. We have a 16, but I can handle the stuff down below. So let's perform our order of operations down below. We have 7 minus 4 plus 1. I'm going to subtract first because it's whatever operation appears first. So if subtraction appears first before addition, that is what you're going to handle. So I have 7 minus 4, that's 3. So we have 16 divided by 3 plus 1. And then we can go ahead and simplify this. So it's addition, so 3 plus 1 is 4. So we have 16 all over 4. But y'all, we know that 16 divided by 4, 16 over 4, is 4. Because 4 goes into 16 4 times. So now we're going to go ahead and flip to the back side of the notes. We're going to evaluate expressions. Now you can evaluate an expression that contains variables if you're given values of the variables to plug in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a simple example on what that means. Let's say that I have 2x. Now 2x is the same thing as saying 2 times x, right? So 2 times x. Now, you're given the fact that we have 2x, but let's say that x is negative 3. So 2x if x is equal to negative 3. So all I need to do here is this. If x is equal to negative 3, then this x value must be negative 3 as well. So all I need to do is I write 2 times negative 3. I'm replacing that x with negative 3. And when I'm replacing a variable, I always like to use parentheses. Okay, so now we have 2 times negative 3, and your answer is negative 6. All right, so number 7, we have x squared minus 4 times the quantity of x minus 3 all over x plus 1. And we know that x is equal to 2. So if x is equal to 2, I'm going to replace all of these x's with 2. So I have 2 quantity squared minus 4 times 2 minus 3 all over 2 plus 1. And this is where we're going to be using order of operations to solve this problem. So the first thing that I see here, so I notice that we have 2 sets of parentheses. I'm going to work with the first parentheses and then I'm going to work with the second parentheses. So here I can see we have this. We have 2 quantity squared minus 4. So I'm going to rewrite this as 4 minus 4, right? Because 2 squared is 4. And then I have 4 minus 4 times 2 minus 3 all over 2 plus 1. And then I can go ahead and handle this stuff here. I have 4 minus 4, that's 0 times 2 minus 3 all over 2 plus 1. And then we can handle this stuff here, and that's equal to 0 times 2 minus 3, that's negative 1, all over 2 plus 1. And then I can go ahead and multiply. So then I have 0 times negative 1, that's 0, all over 2 plus 1. And now 0 is all alone, there's no order of operations for me to do there, so let's go ahead and handle the bottom stuff. 2 plus 1, that's going to be 3. So 0 over 3. And now I can say 0 divided by 3, and since 0 is in the numerator, if you have 0 divided by any number, then it's going to be 0. So in this case, 0 divided by 3 is 0, and that is your answer. Now I know that I took longer to answer this problem. There are some steps where you can just do at the same time, which is totally fine. So if you notice that, hey, I notice I can perform 2 steps at once, do it and get the answer, which in this case is 0. Number 8, we have 3 times the quantity of r squared minus s squared plus 5 times the quantity of r minus s squared all over r plus s quantity squared, where r is 4 and s is 2. So I'm going to replace every r with 4 and every s with 2. So I have 3 times 4 quantity squared minus 2 quantity squared plus 5 times 4 minus 2 quantity squared all over 4 plus 2 quantity squared. Now notice that we have 3 sets of parentheses. I'm going to handle those all at the same time. So I have 3 times 4 squared is 16 minus 2 squared, that's 4, plus 5 times 4 minus 2, which is 2 quantity squared, all over 4 plus 2 quantity squared, that's going to be 6 quantity squared. So now, notice that we still have parentheses. We have to deal with the 16 minus 4. So I have 3 times 16 minus 4 is 12, plus 5 times 2 squared. Now I can go ahead and work with the exponent here. 2 squared, that's 4, so it's going to be 5 times 4 all over. We have that 6 squared, that's 36. So now I'm going to go ahead and handle the stuff in the numerator. We have 3 times 12 plus 5 times 4. So I'm going to do the multiplication that appears on the left, and then we're going to go ahead and multiply the stuff on the right. So 3 times 12, that's 36, plus 5 times 4, that's 20, all over 36. So now, 36 plus 20, that's 56, all over 36. Now, 56 over 36 looks like your answer, but it's not. Because when we're doing order of operations or when we're evaluating expressions, your final answer must be simplified. Now, simplifying means we perform all the operations until we no longer can. Now, if you can, determine the highest number that goes into 56 and 36 at the same time. And that would be 4. So 4 goes into 56 and 36 at the same time. It's the highest, or it's the biggest number that will go into those two numbers at the same time. So 56 divided by 4, that's 14. And 36 divided by 4 is 9. So 14 over 9 is your answer. But y'all, if you cannot figure out the biggest number that will go into those two numbers, what you can do is this. You input 56 divided by 36 into your calculator, and then you're going to press the math enter button, which will give you a simplified fraction. Now, for the last 2 problems for today, if you're not given a value for the variables, the best you can do is simplify the expression until all like terms are combined. So what this is telling you to do is to combine like terms. So let's take a look at number 9. We have 2 times the quantity of x plus 3y minus 3 times the quantity of 2x minus 4y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle number 2 and negative 3 because they are in front of a set of parentheses. So with this 2, I'm going to distribute the 2 to each term and do the same thing for that negative 3. I'm going to distribute the negative 3 to each term here. So we have 2 times x, that's 2x. We have 2 times 3y, that's positive 6y. And then we have that negative 3 times 2x, which is negative 6x. And then negative 3 times negative 4y, that's positive 12y. And then we're going to combine the like terms. We have 2x and negative 6x. And then we have 6y plus 12y. So 2x minus 6y is negative 4x. And then positive 6y plus 12y, that is plus 18y. And this is your answer for number 9. All right, so for number 10, we have a lot going on here. Now, notice that we have a parentheses inside of a parentheses. What we need to do is we need to work our way inside out. So I'm going to handle this stuff here first. But the first thing that I notice is that we have that -2 in front of the parentheses there. So that is going to get distributed to each term here. So let's rewrite. I have 5 plus 2 times the quantity of 3x. Now, -2 times x is -2x, and then -2 times positive 4y is -8y. Then I have, I can actually do this here too. So I have +7 or +7, and I can distribute that to each term here. So that is going to be positive 14x plus 7y. And then I'm going to go back to the parentheses here, and I notice that I can combine the 3x and the -2x. So let's go ahead and put some underlines for both of them. So 3x minus 2x, that's going to be x. So I have 5 plus 2 times x minus 8y plus 14x plus 7y. And then that positive 2 can finally get distributed to each term in the parentheses or in the bracket. So I have 5 plus 2 times x, that's 2x, and then positive 2 times -8y is -16y, plus 14x plus 7y. And now I can go ahead and combine like terms. So I see we have a 2x and a 14x, and we have a -16y and a positive 7y. And then this 5 is going to be alone. So we're not going to combine that with any numbers in this expression. So 2x plus 14x, that is 16x. And then -16y plus 7y, that is -9y. And then lastly, we have that positive 5, right? So if you see a 5, it just means the number is positive. So your answer is 16x minus 9y plus 5.